Is it working? Okay, hi guys, welcome back to some more Plaguing custom scenarios. Oh, what the hell we have here? New endemic featured, Hive Mind, you encountered a bug, Fourth Plague, and Skin Crawlers, and the After Plague which we already played. That's interesting. Technically, we should have continued with the all scenarios over here. The next one would have been Troglovirus, then Necromorphs, and then Troglovirus version 2, and then keep on going with the dragons and apparently spider-like scenarios. But hey, since there are new endemic features, I'm going to go ahead and play those first, and then yeah, we'll keep on going as usual. Hive Mind. Let me see if I haven't like played it already. It doesn't seem to be so. They are all like bugs, like scenarios, so we already played some of those. 3 whole months ago, an ancient species of scarab dug its way out of the great Egyptian pyramid of Giza. This scarab has ever since been evolving and changing, and today has begun something new. The virus arises, a combination of scarabs and a dangerous disease that was lying in wait within the ancient scarab before the scarab died, laid its eggs. These eggs hatch, still carrying the disease. The newly hatched scarabs are now on the hunt for humans, though they themselves are not sure why. There are plenty of time to adapt their the minds and habits of scarabs. The virus has learned to take control of the scarabs and force them to do its dirty work. Now they wish to attack humans in any way they can. You will be their guide. Cool. Swarm of flies has consumed much of Egypt, leaving its inhabitants with a strange and deadly disease. Is this god's wrath? So apparently a lot of like sort of Egyptian plague or whatever. Yeah, let's try or maybe a achieve greatness. You are able to manipulate a strain of bacteria from multi-complex organic form to be exact an insect. It is weak and vulnerable for now, but since we can manipulate DNA, we can make it strong. Since you use a strain of bacterial illness that infects humans, it seems that carnivorous little creatures do have an appetite for human flesh. This might be used to dominate or eradicate the human race, but for now, have to name your insects and find a patient zero before your specimens die. I think I'm going to start with this one just because it has higher ratings, and then I'm going to play all of them if there's no question about that. But you know, it's all about like what to burn first. Sorry, too much Hearthstone. Insectia homungus, weird name. A chemical laboratory. Chemists and biologists were able to make a breakthrough. Through a new inhibitor codenamed Genesis, they evolved a new species from a stem of bacteria. This Friday, a scientist from the Genesis labs went missing. It is unknown if he accessed the inhibitor or the bacteria. Alright, and obviously the lab was in Saudi Arabia. Right. Alright, so I think it's pretty straightforward. Enable more complex life forms to be evolved. More complex life forms enable more Simpsons to be evolved per research ability. So we start with quite a bit of severity. Culinaric expansion. There are many other species. Increases effectivity everywhere. Whoa. Itching. Increased elevation and thirst. Blurry vision. Don't really want any of those. Hardened chitin. And nano-organism. Cool. All of this like increase severity, so I'm not really that big of a fan of getting them. Let's see what this one does. So I guess livestock, fish, pets, birds, rodents, and grub life. Like grub and eat diseased bodies. Wow, the English on this one is so freaking terrible. Tutoring tip 2. Some insects are more efficient in enslaving humanity than killing it. Some others don't even have the option to enslave the world. Try different builds and don't mix them up too much. So yeah, it's basically like new Captain Obvious film. Wow, this is a new one. It's announced a new superhero to hit the cinema this Christmas. The film featuring the superhero Captain Obvious will be entitled Captain Obvious, obviously. I wonder if this news is from the Plague Inc. ones or from this scenario. Really made me curious. Birds will increase. Effect might not be visible, but it's there. It's the only one that has an actual impact, weirdly enough. What's this? Keating improvements? I don't freaking know. Let's get this and this. Breeding graves. Insect lay eggs in dead bodies if not burned, gaining new breeding grounds and infection as well. Fair enough. Festival of Love, that is very good. You know, get that extra little boost at the beginning just so that we don't wait for a couple of hours till it's done. Already wasted a lot of time just like figuring out just what scenario to play, right? Adds cold resist, adds heat resist. I want to see what this does. Whoa. Carbohydrate extraction, carbohydrate assimilation. Wow, this is very potent. Nothing that really the insect is approximately 0.08 millimeters in body size. More severe, takes longer to cure. Nothing that reduces severity. That's what is really bumming me out, because we are going to be detected very shortly as soon as we like start doing anything. As soon as there are enough people infected in Saudi Arabia and around the world, we are going to get detected, because the severity is over the what you would call the game threshold for detecting the disease. There's like a threshold, like it's somewhere around here, you know. You can have a little bit of it, but after that it just immediately goes over and just burns everything to the ground. I don't know what I'm talking about. Cold resist number 2 would be fine, I guess. Nothing to increase drug resistance. Should I go for pets maybe? Yeah, so just to have like a rich country. How much is that? 11, man. Very freaking expensive. There goes infectivity number 1 on pets. Number 2 makes them aggressive, more likely to spread the disease everywhere, although it doesn't say that from the infectivity bar. See, that's weird. Now even larvas can live inside birds. Descriptions, not really the best ones, but you know, it's a custom scenario, so take it. I've seen worse, I guess that is the thing that I can say here. I've seen worse made scenarios. At least, you know, at least it's different. At least it doesn't have like the same structure, only with different named symptoms and abilities. Yeah, it has been detected as expected. Let's get rodents, I suppose. Bird number 2 maybe, and pets number 2. I just got like a bunch of infectivity. If this doesn't do anything, I'm going to be fairly pissed off. Also don't know what those things do. They already start working on a cure. The virus is spreading out everywhere. And while that is true, I'm not sure if it's spreading where it got fast enough. Come on, I click that. Get it. Get all the freaking points. There we go, feeling good. Seems to be spreading fast enough though. Have coal number 2. We have, I mean, we could get livestock or maybe fish. I don't know. What's this? Carbohydrate extraction. Hardened Chitini number 2. And ultimate carbon Chitini. Ultimate resistance against almost everything. Very hard to cure. I shouldn't have got this from the get-go, but there we go. Light nausea. Strong nausea. Cardiac arrhythmia. Tachycardia. These things are already lethal. Unfortunately, we do not have any sort of mutation chance from what it seems, so we will need to invest in them, which means that we are going to be pretty stretched out on points. Let's hope that we're going on the right path. Placed on the watch list. as expected. I still need Greenland to get it rolling. There goes. Global cure effort. I think most of the countries are infected, yes. Now it's only a question about getting them infected internally, you know. The cure is going very fast even with all the freaking increases, look at that. So I guess we'll just have to go for these. Cardiac arrhythmia, tachycardia, cardiac arrest, and it just stops? Really? What the hell is this? Global research focused on the cure. I'm not sure what to get here. This is the problem when playing unknown scenarios, you know. How about if we get this thing? Much more effective at carbohydrate extractions, maybe. Increase severity and lethality, and everybody should die. I don't think we are infecting fast enough though. We have started killing, but the cure is going very slow though. Yeah, it's like going way up. All those symptoms and abilities are pretty potent. Okay, we're getting enough points, so if the cure goes slow enough, we might be able to work something around here. And if the people that are, the countries that are infected don't, like the people inside the countries don't die faster than new ones being infected, which is, you know, something that you should take into account for. Almost 1 billion people dead. See, this scenario is going a little bit slower. This will have like the effect of a movie, you know, with things that happen around, people dying, social order breaking down, more people getting infected, few safe countries trying to hold out. This is the first time when the cure is going so slow, but not sure if it's slow enough. Feels like insects is crawling under my skin. Patient. Shivering, sweating, quite the appetite. Oh, is that just hot and chilling at the same time? Guess we have to get all of these, but they're so freaking expensive. At least, you know, it's more severity, so Philippines bombs infected cities. Oh my god, I almost killed all of them. They might be able to evade the... They might have... I think it's the first time when the bomb infected cities is actually like worthwhile. They almost killed everyone that's infected. I'm amazed that despite full cure priority, they just cannot get to it. That is something that you just never see. The infection rate is just barely there. But it keeps going up despite people dying. It did it again! Oh my god, it almost killed everyone. Philippines, calm down. Jesus. Jeebers. I guess we need like water transmission just to make it sure. Oh, omnivore. Well, I should have known about that, I suppose. And blindness, I guess, and giddiness are now messing in the inner ear. That will also increase infectivity a little bit, so I'm down with getting that. Hope the water transmission helps, otherwise the Philippines will go for another bombing rounds and they might just be able to escape this. New Guinea is going very slowly. Research planes are flying around desperately. It is like, the fact that it's going so slow makes it very tense, you know. In most scenarios, by this time, either you have killed everyone or the cure has finished. In this one, the cure just barely goes, but it's still there, you know. There's still the pressure. You know, more scenarios should have this feeling, I suppose. Let's get giddiness. Still haven't unlocked these things though. There are many things that we haven't gotten yet. I guess you're going to get Nano 2, Microorganism, Flea-like. Anything else over here? Nope. Oh, the world is going crazy. Another bombing round in the Philippines. Weird enough, it just doesn't kill everyone that is infected. It does reduce the number severely, but it just doesn't. It's not strong enough. Also, the death rate is not very high, so people are dying slowly. It's like the worst ever. Oh man, this might be a successful scenario because it seems that new people get infected faster than new people die, I think. But it just might take so freaking long to do, just because of how slow it is. This just might be... Oh, now South Africa is getting it. Bombing infected cities. Almost killed all of them as well. Jesus Christ, the world is getting insane. See, this is cool because in most of the scenarios or like regular plagues, you don't see these events, or you see them very rarely. This one, because it's going so slow, you actually get to see them much more often. And there's also one with executes infected people, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Fortunately or unfortunately, take it with a grain of salt. Philippines, South Africa. Weirdly enough, they still keep going. Yeah, it's weird. Norway begins to break down. Norway is becoming... Norway just entered anarchy, becoming the first country to do so. With only less than 1 million people left alive and them being infected. Multiple countries are probably going to do the same. That slightly scared me. I double clicked on the country and it opened up in the world menu. I guess, yeah, the cure potential is starting to get destroyed, and they simply will not be able to do anything. Nuclear explosion in Sweden. I forgot if Sweden had like nuclear power plants. I think it does. Germany was the country that like banned nuclear energy, which, you know, I mean, it's good for them, but nuclear energy is one of the most efficient forms of energy. I know the risk is huge, not going to go in the Chernobyl facts and things like that, but as long as it's kept contained and there are enough safety regulation, nuclear energy is among the most efficient sources. It is going very freaking slow. Even killing the people that are already infected is very slow, and the countries which are not already infecting is like just barely doing something. It's like, what, it's the Philippines that have bombed their infected cities like 3 times. South Africa, which has also done it once. Greenland, which, you know, it's very cold and shitty. West Africa. And Mexico. These are the holdouts. Man, I've been clicking the bubble so many times. 5 billion people died, and the other ones will die as well because we're infecting faster than killing, but it'll just go slow. It's very weird. Philippines still holding out with their global research initiative. Year 2020. How long this video will be? And I'm playing on full speed. It's not like you know, it's not that I'm playing slowly, but it's just that this scenario is going very slow. It's weird because I guess it's the only scenario in which you can make the cure requirements so high that it cannot be cured, but at the same time don't have enough points to make infectivity high enough to infect everyone and then kill them. Man, the Indonesians are just not giving up. They are all infected and they keep dying, but they keep sending planes around. It's starting to get annoying. 20 points, can we get anything new, please? I guess that is fine. Viral propagation could be good. Just every little bit of infectivity is so valuable in order to get these freaking last countries faster. I'm so scared that they might just do another bombing round and everything is just going to go over. It's barely pushing through, but you know, the thing is that the more people get infected, you know, the infection rate also rises because you know, you have more people that can spread the disease, but since there are so few people and they keep dying, you know, it's going very slowly. The cure has not moved for more than, I think, 2 years. 6 billion people have died. This will be probably the slowest scenario that I've ever done, and I think I'm going to win it. There's no question about it, but it's going to be like a very, very slow stretch. Also, I'm sick as well. I don't think I already said it. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I'm sick, the symptoms are always worse in the morning and in the evening. During the middle of the day, I just they're either very tolerable or I just don't feel them at all. But in the morning and in the evening are like the worst, and I don't know, it's just weird. I'm wondering if it's like only for me or if it's something that happens to all people who are sick. You know, getting more severe symptoms in the morning and less severe in other areas. All right, more infectivity, severity, and lethality. Mostly infectivity because I want them to like get infected faster, because afterwards they seem to die fast enough after they get infected. The infectivity is just barely going up. You can see small drops into it, you know. Oh my god, it's dropping quite a lot. Oh, it goes up again. Up, 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 up. Oh, it dropped it up, 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 up. It dropped up, 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 up. You know, it's a very close call for these final few countries. Indonesia is no longer going the global cure research. See, this is something. Technically, another country should have taken up the global cure research initiative once the country that first started it is dead. But I guess the game developers never imagined a scenario that would take this long. It's ridiculous. Like South Africa or Mexico could easily get it because they are mostly healthy, and they're pretty much the last hope because West Africa is pretty much all infected. South Africa is going to be infected as well very shortly. And more events like if you play the Pandemic American Swine, things like you know, quarantining cities, placing in roadblocks, things like that would be much more interesting. I mean, there are events that are made, but it's just that they barely have any impact, and the disease spreads so fast that you rarely see them. The last few holdouts, man. Philippines, South Africa, West Africa, and Mexico. My god, what a wash of a scenario. I also don't have any points for anything. Oh, this is new. Fever. That could help once everyone is infected. But we are not getting any points, you know. We are neither infecting very fast nor killing very fast. And we basically just get points from the random DNA bubbles, and those just come very rarely at this point. Very interesting that this country still keep providing for the cure, but it's like it's very not even there, the cure requirement. Based on the expectations, there's like the unknown ETA, they don't know when it's going to be done. It's so expensive. Very, very interesting scenario, I'm going to say, because of the way in which it has gotten. Apart from that, it seems just usual. So it is going to happen, there's no question about it. I'm trying to see like how much time, 26 minutes, and it's still going. There's no question about it, we are going to win this. The cure is not going. There are more people are getting infected than people dying, so there's no risk of just the infected people dying off, unless they go for, as I said, execution of infected or bombing rounds or things like that. And it's eventually going to happen, but it's going to be very, very slow. West Africa and South Africa pretty much got all infected, and now they're going to die off. See, even the way in which they die off takes so long. So it's basically all up to Mexico and the Philippines. Also, I cannot take any higher lethality because it might just kill the few people that are infected. In fact, I might be more interested in just grabbing a little bit more infectivity just to make sure that these guys get infected faster and don't do anything stupid. Philippines, I think, will be the next one. Yeah, they have went over the threshold of infectivity, and now they are getting way, way faster infected. And yeah, so Philippines is pretty much done for. It's so weird, like, I'm trying to like imagine a story in which, like, you know, they tried bombing rounds, they were so close of saving them, and I don't know, maybe the government fell and then the bombing rounds were restricted, and this ended the collapse of the nation to the virus. Dramatic story, I have to say. Mexico is also very close to the threshold. I guess it's like 10 million people. Is the idea that the more people, I think I already said it, the more people get infected, the faster they will also infect new people. So it's very close. See, now it's the infection rate is higher, and it's getting even higher as even more people get infected. It's like a loop that once it starts, it's like a snowball, you know, that once it starts, it causes an avalanche. Got to 10 million, and at this point the ball should be rolling. How much people are there? Almost 100 million, and there are 10 million dead and 10 million infected. It's like only 20% have been affected. Philippines is done for, as we can see. 31 million left. They're less healthy than infected, and they're going to die. So Mexico will remain the final stretch. And based on the statistics, I can safely assume that it will happen. There hasn't been any event, any important event since the fall of South Africa government, like 1 year ago. It's year 2024. The disease has almost been going for 10 years, and I've been going on fast speed, and it's taking a long time. Can I say that this scenario is won? I think it's pretty obvious that it's going to win. Wow, I did not expect this scenario to be take this long. I haven't even gotten all the symptoms. Weird. Cell cluster thing would be interesting. I'm trying to think, maybe if I went for a Darwinist, genes, then I might have mutated a few more symptoms on its own, and I could have put more points into transmission and abilities. Apart from that, there's nothing left. Everyone in the Philippines is infected and now they're dying off. So as I said, Mexico remains the final bastion of humanity, and they're just simply not doing enough to stop it. It's so interesting that despite all the measures being taken, national emergency, burning corpses, martial law, curfews, using mass graves, drug research safeguards being removed, and later on human experimentation, it's still not enough. No, it's very interesting. Fever might be good, but I'm going to wait until like everyone gets infected before I grab it, because you know it might just be possible that I just grab a symptom that is too lethal and it kills people faster than you once getting infected, and that will just royally fuck up the scenario. 5 years, it has been going for 5 freaking years. I'm not going to lie, it's amazing how long they last. The only reason why this scenario lasted this long is simply because the abilities made the cure impossible. Otherwise, it would have been cured long before anything like this happened. It's neither the symptoms aren't too strong nor the cure is too fast. You know, it's basically a point of equilibrium in the worst way possible. Philippines are just slowly dying off. Mexico, there are a few more, what, 25 million people healthy left. I would just go into a bunker and not talk to anyone ever. Maybe move to one of the countries that are like done for, you know. Although the virus is also spreading through corpses, so it might be even higher risk of infectivity. Alright, so just grab fever over here. Should increase the death rate to just enough. No more healthy people left in the world. And fever should just make the final acceleration. Basically the last 100 yards. Go very, very fast over here. A very cool scenario. Kudos to whoever made it for a lot of fun with seeing all these events. It's very rare that you get to see all those events. There were like news with Captain Obvious and Korean border strike. There were bombing infected cities in 2 countries. There were a nuclear explosion in Sweden, and plus the cure related things. So very rarely you get to see so many of these things. Very sorry for those guys though. Philippines is going to have take the final breath here. Obviously it's also this load of baloney that the death rate is slowing down with the infected people, which doesn't really make any sense, but you know, just to drag the game even longer. I remember, what was it, like the Neurox, not the Neurox storm, the Necro virus, in which you had to kill everyone without making a single zombie. That scenario dragged for so long. Alright, Philippines has drew his final breath, and now Mexico is going to come very, very shortly afterwards. There are less than 1 million people left. The game finally realized that we are going to eradicate humanity. I called it from like the beginning, you know. The only saving grace would have been if either Philippines or South Africa bombed the infected cities to the point where no infected people were left. That would have been the only like saving grace. That didn't happen, and humanity has met its final doom. Insectia Humongus accidentally eliminated all life on Earth. Man, such a long and dragging scenario. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Leave a like and a favorite as always, helps out a lot, and I'll see you next time with whatever I'm going to make. Whew! Very hard. See you guys next time. Bye bye.